Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital comings and goings. Rick and Morgan return, but is Jagger leaving? GH ins and outs. General Hospital fans are in for a surprise with the return of Rick Lansing. In a recent update, Rick Hurst is back on set filming after an 8-year hiatus. The beloved troublemaker's return is set to revolve around the drama involving Molly Lansing Davis's, Kristen Vigano's, surrogate baby situation. Also making a comeback is Brian Craig as Morgan Corinthos. However, fans should not get their hopes up too high, as Morgan will only be back for a single explosive episode. In the midst of all the excitement, there is speculation about the possible exit of Agent John Jagger Cates, Adam Harrington, which has fans on the edge of their seats. The next few episodes promise to deliver heated courtroom battles, family drama, and unexpected turns that will keep everyone guessing. So, stay tuned for more General Hospital spoilers. Sonny Corinthos, played by Maurice Benard, seems set on a deadly path targeting FBI agent Jagger, following Carly Corinthos' arrest, a move that tossed Sonny's peace of mind out of balance. Simultaneously, Anna Devane, portrayed by Finola Hughes, is working tirelessly to protect Jagger from Sonny's wrath through lawful means. Despite rumors of Harrington's departure from the show, fans can breathe easy as the actor's contract suggests his survival and continued involvement in upcoming drama. Notably, a romantic angle between Ava and Jagger is budding in Port Charles, providing a fresh layer to the ever-evolving narrative. Get all your daily General Hospital spoilers and news here at Soap Dirt. And stay tuned for updates on your favorite characters' fates. Port Charles has always been a revolving door of danger, love, and shocking homecomings, but the latest casting shakeup could redefine the power map of General Hospital. With Rick Lansing and Morgan Corinthos both rumored, or in some circles, confirmed, to be making their way back to town, fans are bracing themselves for emotional fireworks. But just as two familiar faces rise from the ashes, whispers suggest that one man might be on his way out: Jagger Cates. Could Jagger's mysterious storyline be wrapping up just as Rick and Morgan blow back into Port Charles? Let's break down how these game-changing ins and outs could collide in a massive November sweep storm. The past comes roaring back. Rick Lansing returns. When it comes to General Hospital villains with layers, Rick Lansing, played by Rick Hurst, remains one of the most fascinating. A man who's alternated between moral reform and pure manipulation, Rick's return promises a new level of chaos, especially now that Port Charles is on edge thanks to Sonny's unraveling and Ava's dangerous romantic triangle with Jagger. Rick's reappearance could have roots in several possible storylines. One rumor hints that he's working with the feds, possibly even in the same covert program that Jagger's tied to. That would place Rick right at the intersection of the Cates-Sonny war. But another theory, one that's gaining traction online, suggests Rick's return is more personal. Word is, he might be back to help Christina. It's no secret Rick has unfinished business with his daughter's mother, Alexis, and returning to town could give him a chance to reconnect with both women. But if Rick discovers the extent of the mob chaos surrounding Sonny, and learns that his brother has pulled Christina into the crossfire, expect his dark instincts to take over. Rick's presence could also reignite old rivalries. Imagine Rick crossing paths with Drew Kane, a man who represents the kind of redemption arc Rick never managed to maintain. Rick's silver tongue, legal cunning, and emotional manipulation could make him an unstoppable force once again. And if Rick decides to join forces with Ava, or worse, with John Jagger Cates, then Sonny's enemies just doubled overnight. Morgan Corinthos, back from the dead? If one return can make fans scream, it's Morgan Corinthos. The son Sonny never truly got to mourn. Morgan's name still haunts the Corinthos clan. But GH insiders are buzzing that Brian Craig might be reprising his iconic role in late fall or early winter, sending shockwaves through the Corinthos family dynamic. Morgan's death in 2016, caused by a car bomb meant for Julian, was one of the most tragic moments in recent GH history. But in true soap fashion, his death left just enough ambiguity to allow for a return. Could the man presumed dead for years have been hidden away, perhaps as part of a WSB operation? Or could Mason Gatlin or Cyrus Renaud have played a part in keeping him captive? If Morgan returns now, his timing couldn't be more explosive. Sonny's mental state is deteriorating, his trust circle is shrinking, and Ava's connection to Jagger has ignited deep paranoia. Morgan reappearing at this exact moment could send his father spiraling further. Even more complicated, what if Morgan returns with resentment? He might blame Sonny for everything, his instability, his death, and the destruction of the family. He might even sympathize with Jagger's attempt to take Sunny down. Her past with Morgan is twisted, passionate, and tragic. If Morgan walks back into her life just as she's entangled with Jagger, it could set off a dangerous emotional triangle with explosive consequences. Jagger's time running out? While Rick and Morgan's rumored returns are setting fans on fire, another rumor is causing heartbreak. Jagger Cates may be on his way out. Adam J. Harrington's portrayal of the older, edgier Jagger has reinvigorated the show, turning him into one of GH's most unpredictable figures. Once a WSB agent, now tangled in a dangerous dance with Sunny and Ava, Jagger has gone from hero to anti-hero in record time. But with his storyline seemingly heading toward a deadly climax, fans can't help but wonder, will Jagger survive November sweeps? Some believe Jagger's exit could come through a massive showdown with Sunny. The two men have been circling each other for months, with Ava caught squarely in the middle. If Sunny learns that Ava and Jagger's connection is more than business, or worse, romantic, his rage could reach lethal levels. Others think Jagger might simply disappear, called away by the Bureau after his undercover mission collapses. A quieter exit would leave the door open for a future return. However, GH isn't known for letting exits go quietly. And if Rick's return ties directly to Jagger's downfall, it could mean Rick plays a hand in exposing or even eliminating him. Ava, Sunny and Jagger. The love triangle that blew up Port Charles. No GH storyline burns hotter than Ava Jerome's tangled mess of loyalties and loves. Her dangerous chemistry with Jagger has set Sunny's world on fire, literally and emotionally. What started as tension between two former enemies has evolved into something deeper, and far more reckless. Now that Sunny's paranoia has peaked, he's convinced Jagger's using Ava to destroy him. But Ava's growing affection for Jagger has clouded her judgment. The woman who once thrived on manipulation now seems genuinely torn between two dangerous men. If Jagger leaves town, or dies, Ava will be left shattered and exposed. Sunny, meanwhile, may find his revenge hollow. Without Jagger to hate, he'll turn inward, possibly blaming Ava or even spiraling toward another breakdown. But if Morgan returns, that changes everything. Ava's history with Morgan could collide violently with her current entanglement with Jagger. Imagine Sunny confronting Ava after Morgan's return, accusing her of destroying his sons. First Morgan's life, then Michael's emotional peace, and now this. Ava could become the most hated woman in Port Charles all over again. The domino effect. Rick, Morgan and Jagger collide. If GH goes all in on these returns, we're looking at a potentially legendary winter arc. Rick's legal cunning, Morgan's emotional instability, and Jagger's fading moral compass could form a triangle of betrayal, justice, and vengeance. Picture this, Rick cuts a deal with the Bureau to bring Jagger down, only to discover Jagger's been protecting Morgan all along. Morgan, meanwhile, turns against Sunny, forcing his father into an impossible choice. And Ava, caught between guilt and love, could end up losing everyone she's ever tried to keep. By the time the dust settles, Port Charles might be unrecognizable. Sunny could be institutionalized, Ava exiled, and Rick standing over Jagger's fallen body, finally redeeming himself, or damning himself forever. Final thoughts. The return of Rick Lansing and Morgan Corinthos signals a seismic shift for General Hospital. Whether they arrive as heroes, villains, or something in between, their presence will ripple across every corner of the canvas. As for Jagger, his exit, if it happens, will leave a void that even Rick's scheming and Morgan's emotional fire may not fill. But in GH's world, every ending is just a setup for another return. Because in Port Charles, nobody ever really leaves. They just wait for the perfect moment to strike again.